This is our DIY Radial flow filter. As you can see, it is well designed to fit the function of Radial flow. So, first we have our cylindrical chamber. This is our cylindrical chamber. This chamber is placed in the Radial flow tank and all the settings to control solid particles and also lighter particles, purifying the water and making sure that there is not a lot of particles that is being sent back into our aquaponics system. So first, you can see we have this piping system where we have perforations. This is just to enable water to flow in equal directions all over the tank. So I'm going to place our filter, our radial flow filter into the radial flow filter tank. But first, let me show how the tank is designed. Here we have the inlet into the radial flow filter, and this is where the water from the fish tank leaves from the fish tank and enters inside the tank. This other section, we have the outlet. It's a radial flow filter outlet. This is where the water from the radial flow filter, which is set already, is being sent into our sand filter. Below we have an outlet also from the radial flow filter that takes solid particles that is set at the bottom of the filter and sent into our mineralization tank. So I'm going to show you how I'll place the filter in the system. The radial flow filter is set into the tank. As you see, this water will leave from the fish tank and it will come into the cylindrical chamber. This is where we have a lot of mechanisms which I will explain to you shortly when I will turn on the water from the fish tank into the radial filter. I was saying, I'll actually explain how the radial flow works. So I actually have opened the connection from the fish tank to the radial flow system and see how the water flows from the system into the radial flow. It's always advisable to put your radial flow in a very relaxed and comfortable way in order to see where the water level ends. Water level in the fish tank is greatly determined by the radial flow filter. So the water will enter from the fish tank through this pipe. All the solid and heavy particles that settle at the bottom will pass from that pipe and then it goes into the radial flow. Very important to always check your corks, your stop corks in your system to ensure complete or all-round flow of the system. This is connected directly into the radial flow, and that is the inlet of the radial flow. So the water passes through the inlet pipe and then enters through the other pipe that is directly installed upwards in the cylindrical chamber. A cylindrical chamber has a function. It actually controls water flow and particles, like it determines the amount of heavy particles that will go down and sink in the bottom, and then the lighter particles will then float in the air, which will now descend to the sun filter. This heavy particle is then extracted into the mineralization tank, which is still going to be used. So the lighter particles now will pass through the outlet of the radial flow system. You see, I'm actually installing it there, and that connects into the sun filter. What goes into the sun filter is lighter particles that doesn't sink at the bottom, so that it should be filtrated and sent back into the system. So from the radial flow, it enters under the sun filter tank, which I will show you how we did the sun filter and how the layers were being made. In the sun filter, we have the schema, which actually helps to, you know, regulate the water flow and also to take out the waste. As you can see, this sun filter is designed in a way that we put three layers of pebbles of three different sizes, beginning with the highest to the lowest. So the filtered water leaves from the sun filter tank, and then it is poured into the sump tank, which you see it buried underneath. That's the second IBC tank that we're using in the system. It stores clean water that is good for both the fish and also for the plant. In the sum, the water is highly purified but has more nutrients. The electric conductivity of the water in the sump is high compared to that which you find inside the fish tank. This is because all the filtration processes have actually taken place and making it clean and clear. So the sump supplies the grow beds, which will have the plants, and it goes through the piping system and fills the grow bed. The same sump supplies the fish tank, which means the water we have in the sump is actually clean enough to be able to support the fish. It gives good environment too for the fish as well as for the plants. In the next video, I will show you how the system is going and how we've installed the feed and how everything is going on. So this is the radial flow as I was explaining. At this point, you see water is already leaving and entering into the filter and make it clean. Now I will show you how to do the sun filter, which is a very important component, as the sun filter actually helps to regulate the water cleanliness, as I can say, and it also like stop particles from entering into the entire system, like the grow beds and also into the fish tank. So we use pebbles, gravels of different sizes, from biggest to smallest. So this, we have the 40 milli gravel, and the other we use is a 20 milli gravel, and then the last one at the top of the sun filter, this one is 10 milli gravel. This gravel is placed at 10 centimeters each, making 30 centimeters of gravel in the sun filter. So I'll show you how I did the installation. But first thing is first, you have to make sure that the gravel you're bringing into your system is clean and very, very free from germ. So after proper selection and grading, the gravel is washed and clean and drained. So this one we're washing the 40 milli gravel because it's the first one we're going to introduce into the system. Wash thoroughly and make sure you don't have any ground particles because you don't want to clog our system. So you make sure it is thoroughly washed and clean. Also, there is one thing you don't want to happen. You don't want the air pipe that we use for the cleaning of the sun filter to clog. So what we do is you get something like a colander with holes in it and you plug it so that the ground or the gravel should not cover the air system of the pipes. So this is how it is designed, and you place it right at the center of the tank and you cover so that the gravel should not actually clog the openings when you want to clean the sun filter. Cleaning the sun filter is a very simple process. You just need an air pump and you pump from the hole above the cleaning pipe of the sun filter. So always make sure you do your measurements because the first layer of this sun filter we measured at 10 centimeters and the second was at another 10 centimeters, making it 20 centimeters, and the last layer of the smallest was at 10 centimeters. So gently put your gravel or pebbles into the sun filter tank, starting with the largest to the smallest. It's always advisable to try to blow through the pipe to be sure that it is not airtight. So if the air passes freely, it means the filter is in good shape. The sun filter is very, very important in the filtration system of aquaponics because it is really a layer where it prevents the very minute particles from entering into the system. Connecting it to the radial flow actually enables the system to control the smaller particles that could not set at the radial flow filter level. So it can capture it here and prevent it from going into the sump tank and back into the big tank. This particular tank helps the system to be very free of clogging. So this is the second layer of gravel that is added. Always spread it to be at the same level. And the final layer of the smallest pebble or gravel, depending on which one you want to use. And so that is that for the sand filter in the radial flow system of filtration. You need to blow again to be sure that it is not airtight. So once that is good, you feed in your skimmer. This skimmer actually helps to regulate the water entering into the sump. Water from all levels in the filter entering back into the sump.